Hello, welcome to another Becoming a Modern Man. We are playing Jeskai Burn once again, and this time we're playing against the Jeskai Ascendancy. This is a more token-orientated version of the deck, I think. There's been a lot going on with that deck, which I haven't fully managed to keep up with, but obviously the first evolution was all about mana birds and bots and things and killing with those things, but I understand Joshua Layton was the one who pioneered. Now we're running a sort of blue-white-red version, Jeskai kind of version of the deck, which uses Fate Stitcher rather than the mana dorks and such. This is something of a hybrid of that deck. This one has, well, I'll let you see it, but it's a little bit more token creature orientated rather than fully in on the combo. So let's give things a whirl. We're gonna be on the draw. This hand is fairly decent. Obviously we would like to find the second land, but I thought this was keepable, particularly on the draw. And our opponent is going to lead off with a Mesa, get Steam Vents, and then Serum Visions, which is fine. Draw a Scalding Tarn, so that second. We can search up a Steam Vents. Attack with the guide. Reveal cards, so there we see an Ascendancy, so we know what he's on from there on out. Gives us a lot of information. Looks like a Sleight of Hand, cracks a Mesa into a Hallowed Fountain, into another Sleight of Hand. So draw a lot of cards here, get a lot of selection. But has gone down to 12 in the process. See another Ascendancy up the top. I'll have a Spike and then suspend the Rift Bolt. Actually, probably should have suspended both our Rift Bolts. That way, next turn I can just drop a Lava Spike. Because if we never find our third land, we're not going to be able to play this Rift Bolt. So yeah, definitely should have suspended both the Rift Bolts there. That would have been the better play, and would have set up the win next turn, hopefully. And plays Young Pyromancer, which is fine. Actually activates our Searing Blazes, which is nice. Unfortunately we draw the land, which means we're going to get the full amount of damage out of it. But yeah, as you can see, if not suspending the Rift Bolt puts us in a position where we could potentially not win here. So yeah, if we'd had a Lava Spike instead of that Rift Bolt, that would have been better. So yeah, we managed to Searing Blaze, and opponent concedes. Obviously we can attack for 2 after that. Otherwise we'd just suspend the Rift Bolt, and I think we would have won either way. So he didn't really get off to a full start, but fortunately in game 2 you'll get to see more of what's going on with his deck. But yeah, uses Young Pyromancer to create. So here's our opener. We've got 3 lands. We've got Wear and Tear, which we're bringing out from the sideboard to blow up Ascendancy, 2 Swift Spears, and an Eidolon. So that seems pretty good. Eidolon seems very good against Ascendancy style decks in general. Lead off the Swift Spear, attacking down to 19. Then gets a Hallowed Fountain. So, which isn't ideal, but we're just going to run out of Swift Spear and then Lava Spike and get in for 4. That's what we could do. I was quite keen to get the Eidolon down, but I decided that this was probably the more aggressive play to make, and that's what I wanted to do. But as you'll see, went Serum Visions, then some Manamorphose, and another Manamorphose, and a Raise the Alarm. So he's generated a lot of tokens there. Not great for us. I'm going to drop the Eidolon now, obviously to try and stop this shenanigans. We're still ahead on life, so we're not feeling too bad about our position, but he's got something in store for us that's not going to be too nice. So leads off with Serum Visions, mixing the token. treasure cruises, and plays Haze of Rage, which is actually a card I, again, not too familiar with, but yeah, creatures you control get +1/+0 until end of turn, and it has Storm, so he is going to get big buffs off of this. I think he gets to copy it twice. So yeah, so he gets 3 activations in total, so all he's got is going to get +3/+0. And given the number of tokens he has, that's enough to cause lethal, even despite the fact that I've got 3 blockers. So I'm actually going to lose out here, but yeah, that's a kind of an interesting take on the Ascendancy deck in sort of a different win condition. Just sort of more token based. Which, yeah, it's certainly very interesting. And the fact he can win through our actual 3 blockers is pretty tasty. So I think I took out Searing Blaze first, but now knowing that Young Pyrants is quite good, well, he's really good in this deck, and we kind of want to deal with it as soon as possible, I think I sided them back in for game 3. Let's go to that. On the play here, I decided to keep this hand. It's a little bit sketchy, definitely want a second land, but we've got enough to do. We've got 2 Rift Bolts, we've got Goblin Guide, and hoping this will be good enough. 2 Treasure Cruises in that opening hand is definitely not great. Definitely see mulliganing this hand, but decided to go with it. Also, I'd quite like to stick an Eidolon, knowing a little bit more about his deck. If we can stick an early Eidolon, that would be nice. Or should we draw the second land? We're just going to attack for 2 and suspend our Rift Bolt. Oh no, we're going to Lava Spike, but again we should have suspended the Rift Bolt because it's a 3-mana spell unless we suspend it, so better off doing that. Also, we could have used it there had we suspended the Rift Bolt to kill his Young Pyromancer before he actually gets any use out of it. So again, I think it's better to suspend your Rift Bolts early, just to get damage generally, even if they are slightly more useful than Lava Spikes in general. Front Sleights of Hand, we can play Sleight of Hand, and the Serum Visions, a couple of tokens out of the deal. It thankfully isn't going too nuts. We should be able to kill that Young Pyromancer. I think I used a Rift Bolt to kill it off, just in case we don't draw a land this turn. Ironically we do, which means I would much rather have just hit that with a Searing Blaze, but I couldn't really take the risk. I feel like this works out a lot better. I'll go for the attack. Probably just going to chump, but can't kill both his tokens, so that seems reasonable. I actually get the drop the Eidolon now. I just think we're in a really good position, and although the landfall trigger would be nice for the Searing Blaze, I think having the Eidolon out there just so he can't do anything too crazy seems like the better way to go. Like, I think the way he wins this match from here is by going off with his combo, and Eidolon kind of prevents that, particularly with him only on 7 life. So he plays an Ascendancy and passes the turn. Just going to attack with both our guys because there's really no reason not to. Just going to put him down to 5. Bolt and Lava Spike him down to 2, which basically means now that he can't play any spell that costs fewer than 3 mana, or he'll just die to Eidolon. So feel very good about our position. He's going to Treasure Cruise here, which is one of the few cards he can play which doesn't set off Eidolon's ability. Drawing 2, that's going to do him much good. I know it's the Fate Stitcher, but really isn't much he can do from there. He can't chain off from there because he needs to play cheap spells, and it's not possible thanks to the Eidolon. So managed to lock him out nicely there and finish it off. So yeah, that went pretty well. Interesting take on the Ascendancy deck. it probably gives you a good, rough idea of how this matchup goes. Eidolon seems really good in this matchup as just a way to prevent them from going off properly. So that's certainly somewhere it shines. Otherwise, I think it is more about sort of outracing them and trying to sort of prevent them from being in a position to combo, which is easier said than done. You've also got wear tear and things in the sideboard which can help out in blowing up ascendancies, etc. So not a terrible matchup, and yeah, we managed to win out here.